Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about one of Canada's most famous and haunted hotels. I am super excited for today's video because, as you guys know, the paranormal and all things supernatural really interest me. I'm fascinated by it. I'm a little bit scared of it, but I've been really trying to open myself up to it over the last few months, and lots of crazy things have happened to me. I'll link my paranormal storytime playlist down below so you guys can see a couple of the things that I've been experiencing over the last couple of months. I wanted to start a new series here on my channel where every Friday I post some sort of spooky video, whether it's talking about an unsolved murder or a conspiracy theory or just some haunted places. We are going to do that today. Without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Today we are going to be talking about the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel in Banff, Alberta, Canada. So the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel is a 130-year-old hotel located in Banff, Alberta. It has had many celebrity guests such as Marilyn Monroe, and it is just overall a really beautiful hotel that's very old and just very prestigious and fancy. Staff and guests have reported seeing different apparitions, and there's a couple of spirits haunting the hotel, two in particular that we're going to be talking about today, as well as a closed off haunted room which is known as the missing haunted room in the Banff Hotel. And the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is the ghost bride. Now, you guys know I don't like to use the word ghost. I just find it a little bit degrading and disrespectful, but for the sake of this video, she is known as the ghost bride, so that's what I'm going to call her. Although I mean absolutely zero disrespect to this spirit. So there are a few different versions, just a few variations on this story, and I don't believe there was an actual confirmed death of a bride in the 1920s. So I'm not sure if this story is true or not. I'm 100% a believer and super open-minded, so I believe in this stuff right off the bat, but for the skeptic, just so you know, there is no confirmed death of a ghost bride. There is no confirmed death of a bride from the 1920s that died in this particular way inside the hotel. So the legend of the ghost bride dates back to the 1920s, so it has been around for quite some time. And the story goes that a bride was descending one of the marble staircases in the Fairmont Hotel on her wedding day, all decked out in her beautiful wedding gown. Something startled the young bride as she was making her way down the staircase, and she slipped and fell to her death. Now, it is unclear the actual cause of death, but there are a couple of variations, and the two most famous variations are one, that the heel of her shoe caught on the hem of her dress and she slipped and fell to her death. And the other variation is that as she was walking down the stairs and as she was frightened, she turned and her dress got caught on a candlestick and therefore caught flame and she burned to death. However, to this day, both guests and staff report seeing a veiled figure on the marble staircase exactly where she is said to have passed away, which is really freaky. If I saw a veiled figure, I'd kind of be like, ew, there's something about ghost brides and monster brides that's just like really freaky. That's probably like Hollywood that just makes it a little bit more dramatic, but there's just something about a veiled figure on a staircase that just sends chills down my spine. The apparition of this spirit is also seen dancing in the upstairs ballroom, and that's kind of sad because she's just like dancing by herself, longing for the husband that she never got to have. So that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. It doesn't sound like she is a negative spirit in any way. She's just sort of there and just sort of sad and lost, which really breaks my heart. Not all paranormal things are evil and horrible. Just like the other spirit that haunts this hotel, he's really nice too. We are going to get into that in a second, but just to throw that out there, not all spirits are haunting and evil and mean. The spirit of the bride is probably just caught there, lost and sad because she passed away on her wedding day, which obviously is a very important day for women and men, of course, but you know, especially there's nothing like getting all dressed up in your wedding dress, getting ready to marry the love of your life. So that absolutely breaks my heart, and that's so sad. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think keeps her there, whether it's the longing for her husband or if just she died a traumatic, violent death and that's what's trapping her here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of these little stories that I'm gonna share. Now, a really cool thing about this story is she was actually printed on her very own stamp and coin from the Canadian Mint, which is really cool. As the coin tilts, her eyes are closed, and then as it tilts, her eyes open, which it adds a super, super chilling effect. So moving on to the second spirit that haunts the Banff Fairmont Hotel, and that is said to be the Scottish bellman Sam Macaulay. Now, Sam Macaulay was the head bellman in the 1960s and 1970s, and he loved his job so much, and he absolutely refused to retire, and he ended up having to retire because he passed away in 1975. Now, the ghost of Sam Macaulay is said to be a very friendly and helpful spirit, and that he still provides service to staff members and guests in the present day. Perhaps the most famous instance of him providing service is when two elderly ladies called the bell desk because they found out that their key, I guess, wouldn't unlock their room, or they were locked out of their room or something, so they called the bell desk, and the regular bellman was actually busy and he didn't show up to help them until about 15 minutes later. However, when he arrived, he found that the door was unlocked and the ladies were totally okay, and they had said that a man in a red plaid jacket had helped them out. It was an older man in a red plaid jacket, and it totally matched Sam Macaulay's description, which is pretty amazing. I'm not sure if that story is true or not. Obviously, these are just things that I've researched, but that is a pretty amazing thing, and it's so cool to think that spirits can be so helpful and yeah, just continue on doing what they love to do in the afterlife. It gives me hope that my loved ones who have crossed on are, you know, perhaps doing things they love to do. Now, staff and guests have reported seeing apparitions of Sam. He is mostly seen in his old office on the mezzanine floor of the hotel, which is actually now a guest room, so that would be pretty freaky to have a ghost haunting that room, but there's no reports of anything violent or scary. I think he's just hanging out. He's just a friendly ghost wanting to help out the hotel, which is really awesome. And it's also said that cold spots are felt on the 6th, 7th, and 9th floors of the hotel. Now, this is the part that really freaks me out. I had to go to a couple websites to research this. I did not know that this was a thing, and it really freaks me out. So apparently there is a haunted missing room in the Banff Hotel. Now, it is number 873. So the backstory of this room is that one man went absolutely crazy one night while staying in the hotel and murdered his entire family in that room. It was closed off for a while, they refurnished it, they cleaned it up after a little while, and they opened it back up as a guest room. But after several years of guests reporting terrifying things that happened, which we'll get into in a second, they have actually boarded the room off. Now, when you go to the hotel to ask about the room, depending on who you ask, some people may say that it is closed for renovations, and other people will tell you the truth, which is that it's completely blocked off so guests cannot access it. Now, I found a video on YouTube that I'm going to insert right here so you guys can see how it's boarded off, because when I was reading the article, it was a little bit misleading. I thought maybe there'd be like some do not enter tape or something like that over top of it, but it's actually like completely boarded up. I'll insert the video right now.
Okay, so this is the hallway with the missing room. It's very loud. It was very quiet last night. So people died, and then weird things started happening in the room, as legend goes. So this is room 873. So as you can see, there's 871. There's a pot light above it. There's 872. There's a pot light above it. It's 874. Pot light. Look, pot light. There's 873. So you guys can see where there used to be a door. So what they did was they basically just boarded up this whole thing. And that's the rest of the hall down there. So you can see 875. 874. See, yeah, there definitely was something here. I mean, why would there be a pot light and a door seam and a bulging wall? And it's hollow. So you go here. Concrete, 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 concrete. concrete, concrete, concrete. Hollow wall. Concrete. So, door. You can even see where they did the baseboards. So, yeah. Missing door. Here's room 873.
In this haunted room, it's actually closed off now, but when it was still a guest room, guests have reported the pillows being yanked out from underneath them while they're sleeping. There's been reports of people actually being pushed off their bed in the middle of the night while sleeping by some unknown spirit or entity. Now that is terrifying, you guys. Chills just went up and down my arms and my spine. That is so scary. There's something about being in bed that makes you so vulnerable, and just being in the dark, and ugh, I don't like that at all. To make matters worse, guests have actually reported being woken up in the middle of night by screaming, and when they flick on the lights to see what's happening, there are actually, oh my god, bloody handprints on the mirror, you guys. Oh my god, that just, ugh, there's something about mirrors that just freak me out so much. It's said that mirrors are portals to the spirit world, and I can't deal with that. There's a couple of variations on that story as well. One is that when they call the staff member to come clean it, the staff members are trying to clean the bloody handprints off the mirror and it won't come off. And then the other variation is that the bloody handprints are gone before the staff member can get there. So that is pretty terrifying, you guys. I don't know about you, but that just sends chills down my spine. So there you go, guys. That is the haunted missing room number 873 of the Banff Springs Hotel. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about this haunted hotel. If you guys would like to see more haunted videos like this one, I'd love to do a haunted hotel series here on my channel. If you would be interested in watching that, then give this video a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss my videos. And comment down below your thoughts on these spooky stories. I would love to get a discussion going in the comment section about what you guys think about the afterlife and about spirits and hauntings and stuff. It just fascinates me so much. So yeah, you guys can look forward to spooky videos from me every single Friday here on my channel starting now. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.